We signed on to do this movie long before the Derecho had come through Iowa, and then when that storm hit, it brought real immediacy to the project. It was kind of weird to be going out and shooting this film where we're pretending to be chasing after a destructive storm, and then all you'd have to do is walk away from the set and you could see all of this real-life damage that had been done by the Derecho to Cedar Rapids. The Derecho's been described as like a 45-minute long sustained tornado going through the entire Cedar Rapids area. And so it actually did a lot more damage than what a tornado does. A tornado just kind of strikes an isolated area. It's like about a couple minutes of terror and then it's gone. The Derecho was 45 solid minutes of winds that were topping 120, 130 miles per hour. It damaged every square inch of Cedar Rapids. And so, yeah, it was a strange experience and brought a real immediacy to the project. The Derecho hit my neighborhood, did damage to homes all around us. Obviously, I was lucky in that our home was fairly shielded from the wind. I had neighbors who lost everything. So it's, you almost get a bit of a survivor's guilt when you're on one hand relieved that you didn't suffer the kind of damage other people did. And then at the same time, you almost feel bad that you got lucky and they didn't. I don't know if there's anyone living in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City area who wasn't affected by the Derecho. It tore out trees that had been here for over 100 years. It dropped trees and debris on homes all over eastern Iowa. There's so much property damage, so much destruction. And it was an especially difficult thing to take in the middle of a pandemic. 2020 has not exactly been a good year. And so having the Derecho on top of everything else that we've been through this year was a pretty brutal hit. But it's not the first time that Iowa has been hit with things like that. You think about the flood of 2008 or the flood of '93, the tornado that hit Iowa City in the mid-2000s. You know, it's not unusual to have to face things like this, and every time people are just pretty resilient and they say, you know what, we're just going to keep going, we're going to move forward. And that's very much how people have been as the Derecho has happened.